Welcome, everybody. This is Tian Creek, and thank you for joining me in today's live webinar session here at tiancreek.com. Today is the 7th of January 2026, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a amazing year of 2026. It looks like we're still going to be risk on, but I'll get to that a bit later. Just let me know if you can hear my voice and see the welcome screen. Hi there, Elena, and everybody else who's joining. Just let me know if you can hear my voice and see the welcome screen. That will let me know that my voice is working fine. Do we have sound? Okay, fantastic. Thank you for confirming. Okay, beautiful. Right. So let's see what's happening with the markets. But first things first, I need to make mention that I'm not a financial advisor, and that means I can teach you my strategies. I can teach you how to analyze the markets using the AI dashboard, but the actual trading decision is still going to have to basically make yourself. Right. So let's just start with the basics. You can go to my website, tiancreek.com. And then you can sign in with your username and your password if you have not signed up for a membership package, a subscription package. Then you can just click on sign up or upgrade, and then you can click on access the AI dashboard and trading terminal. So that is that is vividly displayed over here at the top menu. You can see access the AI dashboard and trading terminal there. So once you've clicked on that, then the trading terminal will open up, and by default, it will show um, the advanced charts. Now, we have been trying to cater and design the software to show on any type of screen. But if you still want to fit everything into your screen, regardless of the size, or just play around with the zoom, then there is a zoom, a section on the right hand side over here. Okay, so on the dashboard, on the right hand side of the summary. Okay, now this is the euro US dollar. So the euro US dollar will load by default when you access the dashboard. But to the right of that, you will see the zoom button. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight this. There we go. That's the zoom button. Okay, or the zoom section. So I'm going to go and click on the minus zoom sign here, and then you can see that everything goes a little bit smaller and everything is fitting into the screen. Okay, so you can use the zoom screen if everything is not fitting inside your monitor. Okay, so we specifically designed it like that just to make things easier for you and easier on the eye. Okay, so by default, the advanced charts will be loading. If you scroll down, then you will see the actual scanner. All right. And here you can click on crypto, or you can click on stocks, you can click on ETF. Okay, ETFs are not loaded yet. You can click on Forex, commodities, futures, and bonds. Okay, bonds also haven't loaded yet. If I go to Forex, then I will see in alphabetical order all the currency pairs, as well as if there is what is the direction, what is the signal, and if I simply had to buy and hold it, what the 1 year compound annual growth rate will be. But if I want to go and engage this currency pair, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Go down here. If I want to go and trade the currency pair, it will give me a swing target There we go, a swing target as well as a position target. So the position trading target is a little bit higher than the swing target, because a position trade is basically going to be buy and hold. Now, you'll see that the targets are a little bit closer, because um, we actually want to close for profit once we hit a Fibonacci de-extension, either a 1.618 or a 2.618, and then wait for the market to retrace and then get in again. Okay, in an attempt to make more money instead of just buying and holding. All right. Now, there are two strategies that you can deploy here, the swing, excuse me, the swing target and the position target. If I want to trade the Aussie CAD that is currently showing a buy signal confirmed, then I can click add to portfolio. And the moment I click add to portfolio, then it will show up in my portfolio over here. Okay. So in addition to having all the scanner tabs here, you have the scanner, you have the portfolio, you have the back testing tab, your open positions, and trading accounts. All right. So the moment that you add something to the portfolio, it will end up in the portfolio, but you need to go and open up the portfolio tab to see the symbols that you've added to the portfolio. So if I click on portfolio, then here are my symbols. Okay. And you can see that I have currently added quite a few to my portfolio already. I have Bitcoin, I have a NASDAQ ETF, I have the Euro Yen, I have AMD, I have the Aussie Yen, Aussie US dollar. I actually have the Aussie Yen again, and I have the US dollar Swiss. All right. And here you can allocate how much you want to expose per trade, and you can select if you want to deploy the swing trading strategy or the position trading strategy on this particular symbol. And if you want to enable auto trading for that symbol. All right. And make sure that you have a trading account connected. At this point, I only have my paper trading account connected here. That's my preferred account. But if I have more accounts connected, then I can go and select different brokerage accounts for the different symbols. All right. So for instance, I can, if I want to go and trade Bitcoin on my paper trading account, then I can select, okay, trade the paper trading account. If I want to go and trade the Euro Yen on a Forex trading account, I can go and click the drop down here and select the trading account that I have connected, my MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 account, for instance. I can go and select that. If I don't want to auto trade a particular instrument, let's say I don't want to auto trade the NASDAQ ETF, I can just go and say do not auto trade. All right. There are manual, there are options to enter these trades manually as well. Just for convenience sake, there is a trade button here in the portfolio. Okay, so the first step is have a look at the scanner, see what you want to trade, see what is aligned, add that to the portfolio, and then in the portfolio go and enable auto trading, and you can go and select the trading account that you want to auto trade as well as the strategy. Now, according to what you have added to your portfolio, okay, and the strategy selected, you will see that you will have a monthly growth and a yearly growth section at the top of the portfolio, just to give you a bird's eye view of what to expect over a 10-year period, for instance. If you maintain this portfolio exactly the way it is, or a 5-year period, and then also month by month. Okay. So by default, we start with $10,000. Let me just zoom in on that, $10,000. And by the end of that month, it will be 10,308. And then every month, it shows you on average how your portfolio will increase. Okay, now we are risk on, so the yields are quite extravagant at this point. due to the fact that we are still going to see the last leg play out of the 18.6-year cycle. But if you want to print this for reference, so here we have the whole portfolio compound annual growth rate at 43%. So according to this portfolio, I can expect to make that by the end of this year. It's 43%. I can go and print this if I want. So you can click on print the report, and you can either save it as a PDF, or you can print it as a report. This is your portfolio forecast. Okay. Now, obviously, this will change as you add and remove assets or symbols to your portfolio. So this is a new addition that we did not have last year, is where you can have different accounts in the portfolio, and you can actually allocate a different trading account to a different symbol. Okay, and I think that's quite nifty. Right, so that is the scanner, that is the portfolio. And then if I go and have a look at open positions, this is my MetaTrader 4 account that I have connected at this point. There's the open positions, but you can go through, you can click on the provider, and you can go, for instance, to paper trading, and then the paper trading account will load. You can see here that these two trades in the paper trading account, by default, you have $100,000 paper trading or demo account. Okay. All right. If you want to connect a new trading account, go to trading accounts, and just click on connect broker, or download the Windows installer. I would actually suggest that you download the Windows installer and let Windows install and connect your MetaTrader account to the dashboard. For those of you who are still trading with MetaTrader, I see we have Scott here. Hi there, Scott. Welcome, and all the best for the year of 2026. I really think that this is going to be a great year for all of us. So all the best there, my friend. Okay, so that's where we are with regards to the changes in the interface with regards to the scanner as well as the portfolio. Again, if I go to the scanner at the bottom and there's something that I like, for instance, Bitcoin, which is bullish here, and there's a buy signal confirmed. And on average, if I buy and hold this, I'll be making 68% a year. You can see that there's a swing trading target at around about $100,000 to the Bitcoin, or a position trading target at 107. If I want to see this in the advanced charts to view the analysis, okay, then I can simply just go and click on show in dashboard, and then all the charts will change. Okay, now if you want to make it so that the charts are showing in your screen, or you just want to adjust the zoom of your screen, you can just click on the zoom minus or plus button, and then the charts will be showing up according to your screen size, because everybody's got different screens. All right, so this is a daily chart on the left. So this is a daily chart. It does say that there's a daily chart. That's a daily chart. And then we have a 1-hour chart to the right as well. All right, H1, that's it. And I have different analytical like indicators, different tools that I can add on the charts. All right, but you need to go and click those check boxes. Now, I have designed this in such a way that it is not necessary to use any other charting package like TradingView or anything like that. For instance, if I want to see the trend lines, the technical analysis in terms of the Dow theory, I could just go and click that box, and then there will be an automated technical analysis on the chart. I can double click on the chart, and then it will go full screen. And you can see here, this is a bull trend that we have on Bitcoin at the moment. So the primary trend is bullish. The secondary trend is also bullish. And I see that the minor trend is bullish as well. Okay, there we go. I can double click the screen, and then it will just go back. You can click the maximize button as well if you want, and then close it by clicking the X button. You can also go and add the AI forecast. If you click on the AI forecast, then it will load AI candlesticks that will project basically what the market is going to do into the future. So if we have a look at that, if you focus on that over there, if I uncheck the AI forecast, those candles are missing. And if I check it again, then we have the AI forecast. All right. So you can do this for anything, for stocks, for Forex, commodities, anything. You can do that for anything. Okay. Then the same thing is applicable to the 1 hour chart. I can add the AI forecast. There we go, to the 1 hour chart, and it will also project candlesticks into the future. Exactly. It is a replica of what you are seeing on the daily chart. All right. Okay. So that's basically it. You can play around with these check boxes. Let this analyze the market automatically for you in terms of technical analysis. Then if you want to go and see what is the daily briefing, for instance, you wake up in the morning and you want to see what happened overnight while you were asleep, and you also want to see what to look out for today and potentially what's going to happen for the rest of the week, then you can go and click on the daily briefing. All right. So I'm going to go and click on the daily briefing now, and then it will generate a daily briefing for me. It can sometimes take up to a minute for it to generate that, but just give it some time. It's now loading the briefing data. Oh no, it takes a while. Patience. All right. So in the daily briefing, you can see what the market mood is. So currently we are risk on. And the reason we are risk on is according to my risk gauge and the formula that we use, which is a combination of the fundamentals, macroeconomic analysis, technicals, and where we are finding ourselves within the 18.6-year property cycle. Okay, but it's not based on the cycle itself, just purely on that. It does include the macroeconomic climate. If you are looking at stocks, it does include the microeconomic climate as well as the stance of the Fed. Okay, in combination with the technicals and volatility. So at this point, we are risk on, and then you get an overview of what the stock market and Bitcoin and gold and the euro US dollar is doing. And I've added here the yield curve. All right. Um, and if the economy is healthy and if we are in a recession. Most importantly, you can go and read this. We have a healthy economy, a normal curve indicates stable growth expectations, balanced allocation works well, there is no recession warning. Okay. Also, the reason I have included the different yields, because you can see we have the 3-month yield, the 2-year yield, the 5-year yield. This is the non uh, um, uh, risky yield that you can get. And if your portfolio is showing anything less than this, then there will be a notice showing you that your portfolio isn't really constructed correctly, because you may as well just invest in a bond and you can earn the same return. Okay. Anyway, we'll get to that a little bit later. Then we have the market overview. Now, I'm still in the daily brief. So then we have the market overview, and it tells us exactly what's happening for the day, what is the narrative for the day. It again tells us where we are in terms of the 18.6-year cycle, what is the stance of the Fed, and what is the risk gauge. It tells us what to expect the week ahead, okay? And then key catalysts, what to look out for. All right. Um, uh, for for the week ahead. For instance, potential for increased regulation in European consumer finance following the Spanish government's proposal to cap lending rates. There's a sector rotation in US equities, evidenced by outperformance of the Nasdaq relative to the Dow Jones. So that's favoring growth over value. And then it will also tell you what my dashboard signal is. Okay, and it's plain and simple. The TK dashboard signal is go long risky assets. That's it. Okay. And again, it explains here the signal is driven by a constructive alignment of a risk on sentiment score of 80, which is the risk gauge, a dovish Fed stance, a mid bull cycle phase, according to the 18.6-year cycle. All right. And then you have some actionable insights. So this is what you are greeted with when you wake up in the morning. So you know, okay, well, this is what I can expect from risky assets. This is what I can expect from the market this week and today. And then we have top headlines. All right, just headlines that were market movers over the past 24 hours. And then you have an economic calendar. All right. And this is a global economic calendar showing you exactly, what to look out for the day ahead. And this daily briefing is market wide. You'll see here that there is a label here, market wide, and it's glowing a little bit. Okay, meaning that this is selected. But if you want to see the daily briefing for a specific instrument, a specific symbol, then you can go and click on the actual symbol label, which is the symbol that is loaded currently in the dashboard. So I have Bitcoin loaded. If I go and click on browse and I load anything else here, a Forex or an ETF or crypto or whatever, or a stock, then this label over here will change. All right. And then you can go and click on that and it will generate a daily briefing for that particular symbol. Right. But now because Bitcoin is selected, I can go and click on that, click on the Bitcoin label, and now it is going to create a daily briefing which is focusing on Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Okay, so give it a minute or so, and then it will come up with a daily brief. And now the focus will be Bitcoin and what is moving Bitcoin and what will move Bitcoin and what fundamentals will be what we need to look at for Bitcoin. So if I scroll down, we can get a 24-hour price action chart here, and you can see what's been happening with Bitcoin. And then there is your market overview for Bitcoin. All right. And you can see here again, there's a signal. The signal is buy. We are bullish. The yeah, that's direction is bullish. That's a buy. Bitcoin is a buy. And then there is information about why it is bullish, what's happening, what to watch out for, and then again a verdict. All right, the verdict is a buy. The system maintains a buy signal, reflecting a bullish macro context and strong technical chart patterns that suggest the current recovery has further upside. Then we have headlines, okay, that focuses on Bitcoin. Again, if you have something else listed in your, excuse me, if you have something else listed in the dashboard other than Bitcoin, then it will focus on that particular instrument that is selected. And then also we have the economic calendar, which is focusing on what could affect the Bitcoin for the day ahead or the week ahead. And then also we got key levels, support and resistance levels. So if there is something else I want to trade, for instance, if I go back to the scanner and I click on stocks and I see, okay, well, Amazon is bullish and there's a buy signal confirmed, I can go and click on show and dashboard. Don't know if I clicked on that now. 1 second, let me see. Show and dashboard. There we go. Then the daily briefing will change. Oh, yes, it has changed. You can see here that the label for Amazon has changed. Wait for that to load. Okay. And there we go. So now the whole daily briefing is focusing on Amazon and what could be moving in Amazon and why has Amazon been moving and what is the signal, what you should be doing with Amazon. Okay. So if you don't know what is the direction or what action to take on a particular symbol, just go and click on the daily briefing. Okay. And you will see. Um, Again, if you want to see a bird's eye overview of what is aligned and what is not aligned, scroll down towards the scanner, and there you can pick and choose what you want to trade and what is aligned. Okay, because in the past it took me 2 hours to analyze 27 currency pairs. Now I can click on Forex in the scanner, and there are all the currency pairs listed. It gives me the direction, the current signal, if there is. It gives me a target, a swing target, and a position target. And if I want to go and trade it, I can just add it to my portfolio. It really is as easy as that. Okay. So that's what we have from the daily briefing. If I want to go back to the advanced charts, I can just click on the advanced charts, and then it opens up the advanced charts for me. And again, the advanced charts and everything will be focusing on the current symbol that is selected in the dashboard, which at this point is Amazon. All right. And if I want to see the technical analysis on Amazon, I can click on the Dow channels box, and then it will automatically load a technical analysis for me. All right. And I can see, for instance, I can click on the AI forecast for the hourly, and then it will project candlesticks into the future of what we can expect from Amazon. All right. And again, this is for any a symbol. All right. So this dashboard is a comprehensive a trading terminal and analytical tool. You don't really need any other website. You don't need to go and view anything else. Everything is right here in the dashboard. Your analysis, your directions, your targets, the auto trading function, everything is right here. The portfolio construct. Um, then, if you have any questions still, if there's anything that is unclear, you can go and click on the AI assistant. All right, and that will open up the AI assistant, and you can ask it any question. Um, like for instance, I don't know, should I buy Amazon right now? Okay, and then it will come up with an answer. There we go. So it's saying, based on the current dashboard state for Amazon, the system shows a buy signal with a 58% probability. The overall trend is bullish and the macro environment is supportive. The primary target for the signal is 252.29. For a more detailed analysis, you can click on advanced charts in the header to view the forecast and indicators. Okay, and you can ask it anything. Where do I find this? Where do I find that? Where do I click? How do I print? you know, how do I how do I access my demo account, my paper trading account? Again, for those of you who just joined me, um, if you if there is anything in the scanner that you want to trade, you can click add to portfolio and then go and click on portfolio, and your portfolio will show up here, and you can go and select what account you want to allocate a different instrument to. And paper trading is one of them. All right. So you do have a demo account currently that you can use in the dashboard, a proper paper trading account, and you can allocate different symbols to be traded on that trading account. All right. So that was that. So let's see what is aligned, what we can what we can expect. I mean, I already said that we are still risk on at this point. Expect risky assets to continue to rally. That means I would continue to sell the Japanese yen. I would continue to sell the Swiss franc. I would continue to buy crypto. I am particularly fond of Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So let's go and have a look at those. I can click on the browse button over here to open up the search for any symbol, or I can select the symbol, or I can go down, I can scroll down to the scanner and select the particular crypto that I want to select. If the screen is too small or too large, remember that there is a built-in zoom function here. So you can click on the plus button to zoom out, zoom in, and so on. Okay, just for people have different screens, people have different monitors, so it just makes it so easy to view it on a tablet or a 4K screen, or a screen that is horizontal, or a screen that's vertical. whatever. So I wanted to go and have a look at some crypto. So this is the crypto. You can sort them alphabetically. You can sort them by compound annual growth rate from high to low. You know, the return, if you would just buy and hold it. You can sort them by signal confirmed. So, oh, this is the Aussie. This is Forex. Sorry, let's go click on crypto again. So Bitcoin is bullish and there's a buy signal confirmed with a swing target at 100,000. Ethereum is bullish. There's a buy signal confirmed with a target at 3,505. And then the other one I want to have a look at is Ripple. XRP. That is Ripple. Where is it now? If you can't find it, you can just type it in here. XRP. Oh, it's not there. Okay, well, Ripple isn't here. 1 second, let me make a note to add Ripple. We'll find out why it's not there. All right. Next time we meet, Ripple will there. So let's just focus on Bitcoin. So I can click on BTC USD. I can click show and dashboard, and then the whole dashboard will change to Bitcoin, including the advanced charts. And then let's have a look at the analysis. Okay, so there's a current bull trend on Bitcoin. The market bounced against support. There's a nice bullish minor trend going on here. And what I like here is that today's daily candle actually. Look at that. This is the intermediate line of the minor trend. The market, yesterday it happened. The market bounced against that intermediate line and got rejected of that. That's quite interesting. Let's see if we can see this better on the 1 hour chart. Oh no. I'd like to see a complete replica. Um, sorry, I'm just making a note here. Okay, so this is still Bitcoin. It looks like it might have bounced here against resistance. But there is a buy signal, so I'm happy with that. Let's add the hourly AI forecast. Oh, there we go. Just needed to click on it. All right. It looks like it's going to continue to consolidate a little bit and then just be range bound. And tomorrow is Friday. So I guess if you wanted to, I mean, there is definitely a buy signal. But you don't have to be pressed for time here. You can just, I guess, wait off until after the weekend. I mean, I guess it's not bad to wait after the weekend, considering that things happen over weekends. You know, countries get invaded over weekends. All right. Anyway, so that's Bitcoin. There is a buy. There is a target at 100. I can actually click on the targets checkbox here, and it will show me the short-term target. This blue line here, which is at 100. And then the next one is Ethereum that I'd like to buy. So let's click on crypto, Ethereum, let Ethereum load. You'll notice that there is a slight delay when the charts change, but there is a bar here at the top, like a loading bar, so that you can just follow that, make sure that it's still in the loading phase. All right, so this is Ethereum. Ethereum is a buy. We have a target at 3,505, which is the short term or the swing trading target. And this one also bounced against support. Look at that, exactly the same as Bitcoin. So I like that. I like what I'm seeing here. But again, it's the same as Bitcoin. You can wait until after the weekend. And if I want to wait for if I want to auto trade this, when there is a buy signal or when the next buy signal comes along, then I can simply go to portfolio and I can click here next to Bitcoin. Remember to add Bitcoin to the portfolio. So if Bitcoin wasn't added to the portfolio, I'm just going to delete it here. There we go. Oops. Okay. I've now deleted Bitcoin and there is a notice here telling me that I have a healthy risk premium. Your portfolio earns 26% above the 10-year treasury. You're being adequately compensated for the risk you are taking. Okay, that's fine. That's why I have introduced the yields and the yield curve, just to make sure that you are that your investment or the construction of your portfolio is at least going to give you more than that. If it does not, then there will be a notice. All right. Again, the the return of your portfolio will be adjusted, the compound annual growth rate, when you add and remove symbols. And you can see that it has been adjusted when I removed Bitcoin. So the monthly returns and the yearly returns have been updated. And if you want to print this out again or save it as a PDF, you can just click on print report and then you can print the report. It will print it to your printer or you can save it as a PDF. All right, so you can stick that against the wall or file it or whatever you want to do. So I removed Bitcoin because I want to show you how to add that to the portfolio so that we can auto trade it. So go to scanner. There's Bitcoin. And I'm just going to put my mouse over here, click on add to portfolio. So if I click add to portfolio, then it will say it's adding. And the moment that it's added, there will be a checkbox. It shows that it has been added. So then I can go back, click on portfolio, and come on, let's click on refresh. Oh, there it is, Bitcoin. Okay, excuse me, there it is. All right. So I can go and decide how much I want to expose on Bitcoin. By default, the exposure is 1%. So the risk is $100 on this one. Based on the account size that I have stipulated here of $10,000, you can go and change that according to your portfolio size. And then I can select the preferred account to auto trade this on. So I can select do not auto trade or select the paper trading account or whatever other brokerage account I have selected here. Let's say I want to select paper trading. I'll just click on that. And then I can go and select which strategy I want to deploy, the swing trading or the position trading strategy. And again, if I want to auto trade this. All right, so I'm just going to select the swing trading strategy and I'm going to check the auto trading box. If you check that auto trading box, make sure that the global auto trading is also enabled in the portfolio. Otherwise, it's not going to auto trade. All right. And then you can go and click on open positions, and then it will show you the open positions. You can select between your accounts, MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5, or whatever broker you have connected, or what or the paper trading account. All right. So that's how we add a symbol to the portfolio and let it auto trade. All right. So I've just added Bitcoin because we are in a risk on a situation. Expect risky assets to keep on rallying for the rest of the year um, until we see cracks in the system. But I don't think we're going to see that until the end of 2026. Anyway, I'll keep you updated on a weekly basis. Then the other thing is I want to go and sell the Japanese yen. I'm going to sell the Swiss franc versus high yielding currencies. So again, I've clicked on the scanner and make sure that you click on the Forex tab, and then we can go and have a look at the yens. Aussie yen is a nice one. There is a buy signal confirmed actually with a position target at 108. and a swing target at 106. Let's show this one in the dashboard. See what it looks like. This is the Aussie yen. Again, if the charts don't show up nicely on your screen, use the zoom button and it will fit everything for you. All right, this is the Aussie yen. What's going on here? The primary trend shows that we've been consolidating since forever. There's a bullish secondary trend. It's basically moved below the secondary trend support, but it's made new highs, so that's fine. I'm very happy with this. I do not see this as against resistance, because ultimately this trend line needs to be adjusted because the market made new highs. But let's see what we have from the AI forecast. Okay, so it shows it's still going to go up here. If I take that off, then the AI forecast candlesticks are gone. If I put that on, the candlesticks are there, and you can see exactly the same behavior on the 1 hour chart. There's the AI forecast candlesticks, and again there's a target at 106, and we're currently at 105.41, so it's still going to go up another 110 pips before we hit that target. So I like this, and I would like to go and add this to my portfolio. Let's go to the portfolio. Euro yen, Aussie yen. Oh, I already have the Aussie yen here. Okay, already have that added. So at this point, I would go long any yen pair like Aussie yen, NZD yen, pound yen, euro yen, except the US dollar yen, because I do think that the US dollar is still going to weaken a little bit, especially because we are in the risk-on situation and the Fed is still cutting rates. There's a question here from Jewel. Is there a way to construct a plan that produces a desired annual return on account balance? So what you can do is go to portfolio, and you can click on auto generate a portfolio. Then it will add, it will create a portfolio based on what you prefer, aggressive, or more conservative. But just make sure that you read everything on before you click on apply portfolio, because it says here, warning, this will replace your current portfolio. Make sure to save your current portfolio allocation as needed. So if needed. So you can export your current portfolio to Excel or save it before you use the auto. But you say you want to construct a plan that would produce a desired annual return. So you want to say, okay, well, construct something here that will give me 10% a year, or construct something for me that will give me 20% a year. Is that what you mean? Just let me know. Just let me know if that is what you would like to see. Jules says yes. Okay, well, that is a fantastic idea, actually. I'm gonna make a note. I'll ask the team to add that. So the ask is auto generate portfolio based on a stipulated rate of return. Okay. I'll let you know when that's done. All right. Elena is asking, on the Forex menu, I noticed that the Aussie Swiss hasn't been included. Is there a reason? Let's go back. Scanner, Forex. Oh, yes, you're right. I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. It's most probably just an oversight. Please keep the comments, the questions, and the suggestions coming. You can. The best way would be to send me a message via the contact form. You can go and click on the contact form when we're not in the webinar, and just type your name, your email, and the message, and send it, and I'll get it. All right, and then we can take it from there. Or you can send me an email. Reply to one of my emails, but I'll find out why the Aussie Swiss isn't there. All right, so pound Swiss is bullish. There's a buy signal confirmed. Let's go and have a look at this. Show and dashboard. 108.27. Okay, so it's going to go up another 80 points here. The pound Swiss. We had a downtrend. The primary trend is bearish. The secondary trend is bullish, but it was broken. It's kind of a bit of a weird a chart this, but if you look between the noise, I can actually see that we have what we call a wolf wave that's been broken to the upside here. Talking about wolf waves and other harmonic patterns, we're also working on adding harmonic patterns and wolf waves to the chart. You'll see another checkbox here where you can just check that box to show or hide the harmonic pattern analysis. But remember the 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 process here is not to purely base your decision on technical analysis alone. We take into consideration the risk gauge, which is a combination of technical analysis with macroeconomic analysis and where we are in terms of the cycle and what the stance of the Fed is and so on. All right. I also have a look at volatility, but that's all included in the formula. All right. So we have the pound Swiss here. So let's have a look at the portfolio that I've constructed. I'm long NASDAQ, QQQ, that's the NASDAQ ETF. Euro Yen I'm long, AMD I'm long, Aussie Yen I'm long, Aussie US dollar I'm long. Again, Aussie Yen I'm long. I might as well remove this one. I don't understand why I've got two Aussie Yens. US dollar Swiss. I am long because I actually want to sell the Swiss franc. Let's have a look at the US dollar Swiss. Why did I add the US dollar Swiss there? Go to Forex, US dollar Swiss. Let that load. This is the US. What is this? US. Oh, it's still loading. Okay, there we go. This is the US dollar Swiss. The US dollar Swiss is bearish. You see, this is why I was concerned. The US dollar is weakening, and that's why the US dollar Swiss is bearish. I was hoping that the Swiss franc would actually weaken at a faster pace than the dollar, but that's not happening. And even if I keep on holding on to this trade, it's not really going to give me the best yield. Uh, if I was just going to buy and hold this, the signal is a wait. I think I'm going to have to remove this one from my portfolio. Really, it's not worth it. And you can see that my compound annual growth rate is 30% of my portfolio. Now, if I go and remove this, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. It should update my portfolio. So let's remove the US dollar Swiss. It's now recalculating all the compound annual growth rates. And okay, 30.1. It's not it didn't make a huge impact. Okay, Aussie US dollar. I'm basically selling the dollar versus the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is a high yielding currency. And a Bitcoin. So that's what I have at this point. I'm happy with this. People have been asking me about gold and silver. I think I don't know what to think of gold and silver actually, because every time I think it's gonna retrace, it continues higher. But let's have a look at the technical climate quickly, or let's just see if they are actually actual signals. Commodities. That is gold. Gold giving you on average 44% return per year if you're just buying and holding it. But there's a position target at $6,000 per fine ounce and a swing target at 5,249. Currently at 4,460. I can't really make what's going on that chart. Let's see. Let's take off the trend lines and load the AI forecast. Looks like it's going to consolidate a bit, but I'm quite intrigued to see that there is a buy signal with a target at 5,249. I don't think I should be investing in gold alone, but it should be part of your portfolio. It actually should be part of any portfolio. So I'm going to add this. Add to portfolio. It's added. Go to the portfolio. There's gold, XAU, USD. I'll risk 1%. I'll expose 1% of my account on that. And my preferred, I'll turn on auto trading. And my preferred trading account is the paper trading account. Okay, so the next time there's a signal, it will add a trade. Then, let's go and have a look at silver, commodities, silver. Swing target at 96. Position target at 117. Goodness. It's going to go much higher. Craziness, I tell you. The technicals aren't really telling me anything. If we had harmonic patterns here, maybe I could have seen something else there. Let's remove the targets and add the AI forecast. That's it. So it's just going to keep on drifting higher. Basically, it's just going to keep on drifting higher. It's just going to keep on drifting higher. There's a target at 96. It looks like still going to go up. I mean, currently, on average, it's giving you 39% per year. That is just an average. So let me add that to my portfolio as well. And there it is. There it is. Okay, and I can allocate my paper trading account to that. And I'm just going to click on Save Portfolio. And it's adjusted my compound annual growth rate. Look at this, the 37%. So as it stands with my $10,000 investment, by the end of the year, we're looking at 13,700. So that's a 37% return. Year two, 18,000, year three, 25, year four. And that is just, if we continue with this irrational exuberance in this bubble, in this last leg of the 18.6-year cycle. But if the macro scenario changes, which I will let you know. Anyway, the risk gauge will let us know. I mean, the risk gauge will change from extreme greed. It will start changing, and we'll know that we're heading towards a recession. And then we can start injecting a different macro scenario. For instance, let's say everything changes and there is a recession right now, then it adjusts it and it immediately injects some assets that would be making money in a recession onto my portfolio, and the compound annual growth rate and everything is adjusted. But this is like a measure that is built into the portfolio for you to protect your capital. That is the first objective, protect capital. All right. So the moment that we inject a recession, then it will start taking evasive action. All right, but we will discuss this on a weekly basis and take it from there. All right, I'm just taking it out now. We're still neutral. Don't need that. So we can keep GLD, but DLT I'm going to remove. All right. Okay, so this is how far we have come with in terms of the AI dashboard. Everything is on this dashboard. Most of the niggles have been fixed, but there's still a few, not that much. But I do think that this is a very powerful tool, very powerful piece of software that you can use to construct a portfolio in auto trade and come back every day to see what the market is doing and make sure that you're still on the right track. Remember, I host a webinar every Wednesday. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I do currently have a promotion that is 297 euros, a one-time payment, and then you will have lifetime access, okay, to this software. I have allocated 50 seats. So the moment that we have the 50 people buying this, then that will change and it will go back to 49 euros a month. Okay. Right. So that's it from me, guys. I really appreciate you joining me today and thank you for your time. And again, I want to wish you a fantastic 2026. I really hope that this is your year. And I do think with the help of the AI dashboard, we will know when we are in a recession or we'll start seeing signs that we're heading into a recession, and then we can start taking evasive action and basically protect our capital and then devise a strategy to trade or select assets that would be making money in a recession, for instance, buying yen and so on. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. At this point, risk on, irrational exuberance, go long risky assets. That is my mantra at this point. And then Jules says there's a gold silver multiple ratio of 80 to 1. I don't know what that is, but be nice to find that out. Okay, the recording of today's webinar will appear under webinar recordings. So when you click on the webinar recordings link at the top menu, then it will show up, including the recent archives. You just click on the play button, and then you can play. This is now the last one that I hosted. You can fast forward. You can change the speed. You can make it full screen. You can view the transcript. Okay, but that's where you'll find the webinar library. So give a few hours, and then the webinar library will be updated. Okay. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this today's session. I appreciate feedback, really appreciate that. And together we're gonna analyze the markets this year, and we're gonna construct portfolios and auto trade, and hopefully make the returns that the portfolio is forecasting. I mean, what a pleasure! Isn't that nice just to see what you can be making into the future? Okay. All right. All right. That's it from me. Have a good one, everybody. Until we meet again next week. Cheers. Over and out.